What's good, guys? It's your boy Eru. Fresh to death, shaved the head, man. Getting ready for the season opener, which is on Friday. You know what I'm saying? Gonna get a little 5 o'clock shadow in the head, 5 o'clock shadow on the face on Friday. So we're getting busy. But before we get there, we're getting there. We're gonna get there real soon, man. We gotta talk about the thriller from last night, man. So for those of you that already know, you follow the podcast. I do a full game watch along. You got to hang out with me yesterday, all by myself, solo pod. So it was nice and intimate, talking to my guys and stuff, eating a bunch of stuff I'm not supposed to eat, and things of that nature, man. But it was a great game. A lot of, we'll unpack a lot of stuff, man, because listen, it's the first game of the season. There's definitely a stark difference between preseason and regular season because that the preseason pressure is not as high. We'll talk about that too. Uh, you know, and let's say guys are not playing like the best defense that they're gonna play. They're playing adequate defense, but they're not playing hard defense. The scouting report is not completely out. So like I said, we're gonna unpack a lot of that stuff today, man. But before we get started, we're gonna get into some interviews and stuff, and then of course, devote some time to the chat, man. So salute to I'm Jarrell, my man, my mellow there, King, Mr. Diehard Giants, just for life, man. You come? Oh, you gonna come through Legends tomorrow? I thought you don't. I thought you don't like crowds, man. I think you want to. I think you want to hug me. I think that's what it is, man. You want to hug me. I think that's what it is. So that's what's up. Are you going to the game too? That was interesting. If you're going to the game. So anyway, if you are going to the game, before we get started, please let me know in the comments or whatever that you're going to the game, so that we can get prepared for each other, man. Ashley INC is here. Got Trav Bryan. My man, I am Jarrell. Let's get busy, man. So let's start it up here. The man with the iron face, man. That's freaking Tom Thibodeau. The man with the iron voice, I should say. He looks stressed, man. I mean, I feel like this guy, he's in his 60s, he loves basketball. I can't imagine myself like 20 something years from now, like Tom Thibodeau with the same fire that I have right now. Because I don't anticipate my fire disappearing for the Knicks, but the love for basketball to this degree to want to be so perfect and all that stuff that he does. I don't know if I'll have the energy for that. We'll see, man. Time flies before you know it. 20 years is gone. And we'll definitely be people will be telling us that we're just the old man that don't know what the hell we're talking about. We need to get up out of here. Let's get some quotes here out the coach's mouth here. He's basically talking about Brunson. So I mean, before we hear the quote and whatever, Brunson had a bad game. Let's tell the truth here. He had a bad game until the second half. Second half, he erupted, and everything that we wanted out of him, came to light. The first half, I feel like everybody was off, man. Right now, we're just talking about Brunson. We'll talk about some of the other guys as time goes on in this podcast. But Brunson was a little bit off. But like I said, when he finally came on, I felt like the Knicks were unstoppable. Once he came on, and certain other people came on, I felt like we were just like an unstoppable team. So is this a precursor to what's going to happen throughout the season? Because I mean, you got to get the butterflies out. That's one thing. I would say this game is all about butterflies. Because let's keep it a buck. Also, the Memphis Grizzlies was missing a lot of players, man. They were missing. They didn't have Jared Jackson Jr. They didn't have Dylan Brooks. Who else they didn't have? They didn't have somebody else also that's in their rotation. So anyway, they were missing quite a few of their main rotation starter guys. It was just basically Bane and John Morant, and Steven Adams. Really, outside of that, who else do you recognize in that squad? Like I said, we'll get into those guys in a second as well. But before let's just do it now. Let's just look at it now. Some of these guys here on thing. I mean, like Aldama, Santi Aldama. Nobody had him circled or whatever, but a lot of people picked him up in fantasy last night. Steven Adams. He did what he did: 3 points, 14 rebounds, totally dominated Mitchell Robinson. Shout out to Hardenstein. Hardenstein played his heart out. I think Hardenstein. Like I said, we'll get into that stuff as time goes on. But Hardenstein, I think, played pretty well. He didn't play perfect, but he gave us a very hard, scrappy effort. 40 minutes, playing way more minutes than we ever expected him to play, especially starting this season. So, I mean, like a couple of things you got to be careful what you wish for. Because, I mean, Mitchell Robinson, I didn't want him on the team at the beginning of the year. I wanted iHeart to start. But I didn't want it to go out like this because I mean preseason was so good for Mitchell Robinson, and he had such a bad game, man. That he just got it's just a bad start to the season, man. I Hart was able to come in there and prove that he can pick up the pieces. But listen, I don't want to get it messed up that we don't need Mitchell Robinson. So we absolutely needed him like yesterday, man. So there's a lot of things we got to unpack with that stuff, man. But let's just keep talking about these guys in Memphis. John Concar, that guy, man. I think he was number 46 last night. I mean, that guy was hitting key shots all over the place. He was 4 for 9 from three. I forgot to hit Desmond Bain. Desmond Bain was 3 for 13. 3 for 13 from three. I mean, that is way too many 3-point shots for anybody to take. Let's say if he was hot and he made all 13 shots, he would be breaking NBA records and stuff. I mean, that's too many threes, man. 22 shots with 13 threes. Yeah, he's to me, Desmond Bain. I was saying it all last night. Big for nothing 3-point shooter. That is a good player. I'm not gonna front on him like that. But I mean, for somebody as big as he is, he has no post game. He can't drive. Everything that he does is sneaky. He's not trying to get no contact. All he wants to do is shoot threes, man. So it's not my cup of tea the way that he plays, man. But 3 for 13, if he was like something simple like 5 for 13 or 6 for 13, then we would have got almost blown out at this point. At that point, John Moran was going crazy, of course. Well, I'm just looking for guys that contributed that I don't know who the hell they are. David Roddy, I never heard of him. He actually played good minutes. It doesn't show up on the stat sheet here, but he did contribute defensively a lot. Tyrus Jones was kicking our ass last night, man. 6 for 16, 3 for 8 from 3-point land. But I mean, he contributed all around rebounds and assists at the guard position, playing really good defense on my man Jalen Brunson in the first half. It's incredible, man. It was a thriller. You got to tip your hat off to the guys that showed up for Memphis because, like I said, I never heard of Santee. I never heard of Concar. I never heard of Roddy Tillman, Xavier Tillman. I heard of him. He played a really good game on the inside. Banging around in there. Causing havoc. Brandon Clark as well. But anyway, this is a Knicks podcast, so let's just get into the meat and potatoes of this thing, and let's get what Tom Thibodeau had to say here about Jalen Brunson.
How about Jalen taking that charge?
Yeah, it was a great play. Great, and that's who he is, give his body up for the team, whatever. And to me, that's really the definition of a playmaker. We all think a playmaker is the guy who makes the pass, but a playmaker at the end of the game is the guy that takes a charge, gets a steal, hits a three, gets the assist. He does, whatever the game needs, he provides. And I think he's the ultimate playmaker. But Julius gave us a big game. And I thought the way he ran the floor, particularly late, that was important for us.
So that's a nice transition into Julius Randle. We'll get to that in a second. But I mean, Jalen Brunson, if Jalen Brunson got it going, if he's wiggling and jiggling down in the paint and his shot is off and, just his energy and his leadership and stuff like that, that's going to make everybody so much better, across the board. So one thing I want to throw Tom Thibodeau on the bus for thing that he called IQ's number first, which I think is interesting because, I know you want to keep Derrick Rose minutes down. So quickly is going to be called first just for minutes reasons. You want to keep Rose on a restricted kind of minutes kind of thing. Let's look at Rose's minutes for a second. Derrick Rose had 12 minutes compared to 16 for Manuel Quickly. So the disparity is not really so much. But I mean, I would have liked to see Derrick Rose, be called first before Quickly, just for the simple fact that if we don't have Jalen Brunson on the squad, if he's on the bench, that we need Derrick Rose out there. We can't have one without the other. We got to have Derrick Rose, either Jalen Brunson or Derrick Rose on the court at a one given time. Quickly on the court with no other person out there that's qualified to handle the basketball, it's not a good look. Because at this point now, for everyone that's a fan of Quickly, I'm a fan of Quickly. I was capping for him. I thought that he might have been ready to become a starting point guard if we didn't get Jalen Brunson and stuff like that. I'm glad that I'm not a GM because me putting all my eggs in the basket, I'm more willing to let Quickly do it rather than spending so much money on another point guard. But thank God we got Jalen Brunson because this guy Quickly is not ready to be a point guard at all. I feel like he regressed. He did well in the preseason when he was playing with a little bit of slower pace. This game is like everything went out the window and he just started going back to the old IQ. So I mean that's scary to me. Like when are these guys going to? because this is professional basketball. This is not just us playing in the park or fooling around, or somebody like me that gets out of shape and then comes on the court and start playing again. This is not that. This is a whole different vibe here, man. So as a professional, where's the progression of getting better, man? So I mean, this is game one, 81 games left. So I mean, there's a whole story to be told. We can't like call the first game and call this the end of his story. So I mean, there's an 82 game story that needs to be told here. So we'll see what happens, man. If IQ continues this route, then we're gonna have to start making some answering some questions about his play and stuff. But let's keep it moving here. Let's talk about Julius Randle. I thought Julius Randle played a nice game, man. So this is him talking about what Tom Tibble was talking about, moving the floor. I mean, excuse me, pushing the ball. Was it here or here? Let me see. Okay, so we're gonna get both quotes there. So this one he's talking about Jalen Brunson. Let's just get into that real quick.
Notes from how well Jalen ran the offense in preseason. What do you just think of how he played in the clutch, the charge he drew, the pass to Reddish?
He's just a winning player. Getting guys the ball in the right spots, making winning plays down the stretch, taking that charge. That's huge. He doesn't lose the game. So, very excited to have a player like that on our team.
Yeah, nice, man. I was making a joke about Julius last night, man. He looked like he about to sell freaking bootleg mixtapes, outside the garden or something like that. Book bags and things of that nature, man. The style of dress for these young guys. I know they got money and stuff, but I don't know, man. If I had money, I think I would make different choices. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a fashionista and stuff like that. But anyway, let's just get into the next quote when he was talking about pushing the ball up because that's what Tom Thibodeau mentioned. So let's get into that quote.
Tom said you gave the Knicks a lot tonight, particularly just getting that around the floor. You mentioned it a couple of times. Tom said,
"Yeah, look at those eyes, man. Freaking Julius Randle is nuts." God, you got them crazy eyes. Look. He's like that freaking right hand is coming. He looks like that right hand is on his way.
The Knicks a lot tonight, particularly just getting that around the floor. You mentioned it a couple of times. Does that make the game easier at all for you? I mean, is that an emphasis for you?
Absolutely. When you're constantly last year learning just going against a set defense and all eyes on you was kind of tough. So just making the game easier. Like I said, whether it's transitioning, letting Jalen and RJ and those guys create for me. Expend a lot.
I think that's key what he just said there. Listen to what he said here.
Letting Jalen and RJ and those guys create for me. Expend a lot less energy. So,
Yeah, man. So I mean, absolutely. I enjoy watching him, just make quick decisions. Let the other guys. I mean, you have RJ. He's a wing, right? Jalen Brunson. We just picked up a point guard. You got various other guards on the squad. Shout out to Fournier. Let the guards do the ball handling. The power forward should not be doing the primary ball handling with all these ball handlers on the squad. So it's absolutely imperative for the ball handlers to do what they do. And like you said, Jalen Brunson and RJ creating offense is going to make things easy for him. Excuse me. And at the end of what he said there, he said basically, listen to what he said again.
Spend a lot less energy. So,
See, he's expending a lot less energy. So somebody got into his head. I don't know if they're watching our podcast or something like that, because I know I've been saying this so much. Get the ball out of Julius' hands, not for the simple fact that he's not a bad player. I want him off the team. It's just for the simple fact of being stressed. I mean, Julius Randle is stressed, man. Last year he looked like he needed a cigarette after every game. So right now, with the other guys doing guard stuff the way they should, it just lets him do him. And he's been playing a fantastic game until crunch time. Oh my God. So, let's talk about that real quick, man. He got himself kicked out the game, basically. He had 5 fouls. He knew he had 5 fouls, and then he just drives down the lane and forces the issue, pushes one guy, referee swallowed the whistle, but then he throws an elbow for no reason and smashes Steven Adams. I think it might have broke Steven Adams' nose or something, or maybe they thought that he broke his nose. So it's a lot of weird stuff going on with Julius Randle. I mean, Julius Randle, is a good player, but there's something going on in his head. There was another play. I don't know if you guys can refresh my memory. There was a play a little bit before that that just was it just kind of just mind-boggling a little bit, the stuff that he does, because he'll be good for the whole game, and then he'll just do something to snap, and it'll just mess it'll just kill the whole momentum of what's happening with the Knicks, man. So he's really good, man. As long as he can continue to keep that composure, and don't give up games based on his emotion, stay in the game, stay calm, let the other guys handle it. Let Tom Thibodeau handle the refs and stuff like that, and he'll be fine, man. So I mean, I'm very proud of him. A lot of these guys, we got a lot to be proud of. I'm talking about Quickly and all these guys too. Even though Quickly's in the doghouse for Knicks fans at the moment, I'm very very proud of these guys. The work that they put in, good kids. They stay out of trouble and things of that nature, man. So I'm rooting for these guys. So from my perspective, I'm quite sure a lot of you too. When you speak on these guys, you're not speaking on them from a hater's perspective. You're speaking on them out of a love perspective because you want them to win. You want them to do well. If they do well, they win. If they win, we win because we're all a Knicks. They're not just the Knicks. I go back 30 something years being a Knicks fan. So there's been so many players that came and go. You know what I'm saying? So the only common denominator is me over the last 30 something years. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just as much as a Knicks fan as any player that ever came along. And that applies to every Knicks fan out there. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys really, resonate with that, man. But anyway, good stuff there for Julius Randle. Up until the end there, man. Because I mean he almost blew the game. At that point, it kind of just killed the momentum. But let's keep it going. Let me see what I got queued up here. So let's get into the hero of the night. Then we can get into some more negative stuff, man. So let's talk about Tom Thibodeau because I agree with what Tom Thibodeau says here. I usually agree with Tom Thibodeau most of the time, but last year, from everything that he said that I agree with, he didn't do it on the courts, which is weird. This year, I'm really watching to see if the things that come out of his mouth matches what's happening on the basketball court. So far, so good with the rotations. So far, so good with the substitutions and things of that nature, and the play calling coming out of timeouts. The Knicks are doing a great job, executing plays coming out of timeouts and stuff like that. Coming out of halftime, I noticed even in preseason that the game plan changes. He's able to make the proper adjustments now, so early in the season where if he goes out and they come back, I could trust that his coaching is going to take over, whatever. But aside from him coaching, there's a lot has to do with the players on the court too. So maybe the players on the court upgraded their commitment to the Knicks, and maybe that's the reason why things are starting to look a little bit better that way. So let's hear it from the horse's mouth here.
What did you like the most about Cam?
Just overall, his every aspect. I think his defense got him going. Then I think he got out into the open floor, and then I just thought his shot selection was good. He attacked the rim well. He got some easy buckets, and you get some easy buckets, then the game becomes easier. So that was a big plus, and his length it's important for us.
So I mean, everything that he said there, I agree. I agree with that. Just the fast break, the defense, I kind of woke him up. I think it like his appearance in this game kind of reminded me of when he first came in the first preseason game. But that first preseason game, he came in with the energy. But the next three, you could see him disappearing, going back into his shell, almost like a snail. You throw some salt on the snail, and the snail immediately comes back in because he'll die, from the salt. So that's essentially what I see from Cam Reddish, man. He's like a snail, and you're throwing salt on him. He's like ducking away from the salt. So this first game, I thought it was going to be a repeat because I mean, as soon as he came in, I think he made a good play, and then I think he might have scored, and then they ended up the other team scored on him, and then he caused a turnover where this guy Jones, the point guard, was able to get a layup right after as soon as he got in the court. So I'm like, this guy just has a black cloud over his head. So I'm there. I think it was not Steven, John Morant's family over there. I think they were tripping with him all game. So it's great to see that he was able to step up. So maybe him tripping with them on the sidelines helped to ignite him as well. That's something that that Tom Thibodeau didn't say because right after he hit that game when the shot, spoiler alert, he was yelling at somebody. Who was he yelling at? He was yelling right at John Morant's little father's entourage there. So shout out to Cam Reddish, man. You don't need to be thrown against the wall. You don't need to be embarrassed, man, in order to do well. You got to just play. Because I think everybody agrees with this. If you want to say one-on-one, best one-on-one player, shot creator on the Knicks is Cam Reddish, hands down, man. A lot of people around the league, respect Cam Reddish's ability to get to the basket and create offense and stuff like that. So I mean, he really has to just calm down because everybody knows you can do it. So you don't need to go extra hard to prove that you could do it. Just simply play your game. So I think Tom Thibodeau basically said that. There's a quote here. I believe this is it here. This shout out to Trav B. Ryan. Is Trav here? I think I saw Trav pop in. Let me just shout out Trav here. Shout out Trav here. There he goes. Trav Ryan is here. Trav sent me a screenshot of this quote here. It happens to be something that comes from the Daily News, man. So I would never see it, But shout out to NBA New York. I would see it through them, but I didn't get a chance to look at my phone all morning. To tell you the truth, but I mean, this is a great quote here from Cam Reddish. Just getting comfortable with my teammates. My team is encouraging me throughout the game. Julie's telling me to be aggressive. That goes a long way. Hey, listen, man. It's not just the Knicks players. It's the entire fan base, man. If anybody's talking bad about Cam Reddish, shout out to Iron Jarrell. Jarrell knows him very well from being in Pennsylvania and stuff like that. He always talks about him, so he's always been the same way, when we always talk about him. But we all come from a place where we believe in this cat, man. We know what he can do. We got him for a steal for Knox in the first round draft pick. You know what I'm saying? So, it's not about him getting his money. It's not about anything like that. If he plays the game, he's gonna get money. You know what I'm saying? But he just needs to calm it down. And I think he did it, man. I think he did it. But the thing is, I'm worried about if he started playing well just because he got mad at those guys on the sideline. Because that's too much stress. 82 games now, plus the playoffs. If we make the playoffs, where you need somebody to slap him in the face to wake him up, we can't function that way, man. So I mean, like I said, this is 82 games. The next game is a new game. Is Cam Reddish gonna revert back to falling back into a shell with the salt from the like a snail? Is he gonna be hiding? Again, is he gonna let his bad play dictate what's gonna happen the rest of the season? These are all important questions that need to be answered this year, man. But the spotlight's on him because I mean, if he can show what he did there, then it opens up the doors for the Knicks and what they can do to improve the squad going forward, man. So let's get into some actual Knicks numbers and stuff. So one guy, listen, man, I kind of I kind of don't want to spend much time getting on him, but we lost this game exclusively because of RJ Barrett, man. I gotta say that. There was one shot that could have sealed the game. It could have sealed the game for us. All he had to do is make a layup with his left hand. All he had to do is make a layup with his left hand, and I mean, he misses it, and then it caused a fast break on the other end, and then it causes Julius Randle to cause a turnover or a foul or whatever he did, a charging foul, and then they scored again. So now instead of being ahead and going on to win the game, we get two turnovers back to back, and it pushes the Memphis lead a little bit further. So that's one play. Another play after that, after we got into the overtime, RJ misses two layups, man. Two, not even like it wasn't something like where he had to go something over his head or double clutch or anything. It was two chippy point blank layups that he just blew. He just blew it. And he shot all of these shots with his left hand. Isn't he left-handed? You know what I heard? I heard that RJ's not really left-handed. I heard that RJ's actually right-handed, but they make him, he was playing basketball, they got him to shoot with his left. Is that true? Is that true? I heard that the other day. That they made RJ a left-handed a basketball player, but he's really right-handed. I don't know if that's true or not. But anyway, this guy RJ, for all the work that he did in the summer, and for all the work that he showed that it was working during the preseason, for him to lay an egg like this, 3 for 18, like I said, if he made those three shots, now you're talking about 6 for 18. 6 for 18 is more respectable. I will be good with that. 6 for 18. I forgot what the score was, but I mean, we only won by a few points. But if you add 2, 4, 6 to that total, maybe add 2 3-pointers, and those things. So now you're talking about 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. Now you're talking about 12 points. So RJ Barrett left basically 12 points on the board, man. That would have easily gotten us the win. So I mean, that hurts, man. That hurts. So I mean, if I'm RJ Barrett, I'm hoping that somebody shoves that in his face, because he's one of those guys that takes on challenges and stuff like that. Shove that in his face. Let him know that he's the one that lost the game for us, based off of just easy shots, man. Let's get into that. I'm just gonna click this here and see what happens. This is the first time I ever messed with this, but it shows the shot chart.
And Randall, who's an excellent defense.
Turn off the sound here, but here goes RG coming down here. Look at this layup. He just blows it. It's so simple. It seemed like he lost his count as he was dribbling. Here goes another play. I believe this is the 3-point shots here. No, okay, right on the inside. He was able to make that layup, but so many layups that he had that way, he just was blowing them. Look at the shot chart on the right-hand side. Here he goes driving here. Like, I don't know what that was, a fade to the right, a jump shot. Here he goes for a wide open 3-point shot. Come on, you got to make those, fam. He missed all of his corner threes in this game. This is more of his shots here. His aim with the ball here. I think that's the same. No, I think that's a different play. Is that the same play? No, that was a whole different. No, that's the same play. So they just played the same play over again. Let's see if they're going to show another play here. So this is Julius Randle. Is this the same play? I think they're going to keep running the same couple plays over. No, this is another one. He misses this 3 too. Short arms it. You're wide open. What happened to Larry Bird? I was calling this cat Larry Bird in preseason. Here he goes going one-on-one. He's supposed to have learned some new moves, right? Look at this double clutch and hits the back of the rim. I mean, this is disgusting. It's disgusting. Look at the inside play there. Obi Toppin was erratic as well. Obi Toppin's not even worth talking about, but I'll give him some shine in a second. Goes another 3-point shot. A heavily contested 3. He could have easily just took a step and made a jump shot. Let's see what else we got going on here. We got Brunson. Ihart was fighting for his life out there. Gives it to RJ. And look what RJ did. I mean, that was crazy. That was crazy. That shows you how much RJ was in his own head. This right here, I know I was doing the watch along, but I was trying to keep my composure. I mean, he was just shooting a jump shot. Did Steven Adams even touch it? It's one thing if Steven Adams touched it. Watch it. Steven Adams didn't touch it. He just threw the ball in the air, man. RJ blew the game, fam. So I mean, add that to it, because that should have been an easy jump shot. So now you're talking about 14 points you left on the board. 14 points you left on the board. Another pull-up jump shot. These are all makeable shots. It's not like he was being heavily contested. Here goes another thing. He's in the corner there. Jalen Brunson gives him the ball, little fake. That I appreciate. But come on, if you're gonna take a step and get closer, you gotta knock that down, fam. You gotta knock those shots down. So listen, I'll give him 12 points. He'd have 12 points off the board. Another wide open jump shot. Come on, he was not taking bad shots. He just wasn't making them. So now you're talking about a confidence issue now. What's going on? A tip. These are the shots that he made. A tip, and then he had another another easy layup. It's quite a lot of footage here for RJ Barrett. Here goes RJ Barrett on the inside. Look at him. He just crashes into Desmond Bane. Like, what the hell? That's another chippy that he missed, man. So now I'm counting 16 points he left on the board. Nice little inside shot. That was another chippy layup. Look how chippy that was, man. Look at him. He gets all the way to the basket. Nice move. All the way to the basket and then blows the layup. What is that about? What is that about? So now I'll count 18 points he left on the board. 18 easy points he left on the board, guys. Here goes RJ again. Drives down the lane and then just totally blows another layup. Oh, my God. Look at this again. All right, so I already skipped it. But, I mean, look, another wide open 3-point shot he misses. So, I mean, like, you could basically – every shot that he took was makeable shots. So, I mean, that's the one. That's the one that, that he just blew it towards the end. That one there, I couldn't believe it. Look at that. Easy. And he blows it. That's the game. That was the game right there. He did it twice. Let's see if they show the next one. So here he goes again, all the way on the inside, blows another one. And look, he's yelling at the refs. Man, make a shot, fam. Make a shot, Julius Randle. So like I said, for those that don't agree with what I said, we lost that game because of RJ Barrett. I'm sorry to say, we lost it. I just played the clips there. We lost the game because of RJ Barrett. All those chippy shots, he was wide open for a lot of these 3-point shots that he took. 0 for 6. Come on, he should have made 2 of them, like I said. That's 6 points. Then he's 3 for 18. So like I said, I said maybe 3 extra shots, okay. But during that clip there, I'm gonna say he missed like 5 or 6 shots that he should have made. So we talking about 5 that's 10. That's 16 points, man. So I'm gonna say literally 16 points he left on the board last night. Left us high and dry, man. We should have beat this Memphis Grizzlies team. We had enough talent. We were playing the right way. We were getting the right shots. We were playing good defense. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, just not putting that ball in the basket, when we should have, that's what made us lose the game. Man. I'm sorry, man. It's really it is concerning. Here's one thing about RJ. We've been saying RJ for the longest. He's a slow starter. Very slow starter. I get that. Guys are entitled to that. Like I said, this is only game one, but it's very concerning that this keeps happening to RJ at the start of games. So now the next game we play against Detroit at home. Yo, man, the pressure's gonna be on with Knicks fans there. So RJ Barrett, listen, you need to do what you do, baby. You need to do what you do. Same thing with Cam Reddish. You need to do what you do. Julius Randle is going to have a lot of pressure because I'm quite sure the whole garden is going to be blowing him within reason. You know, even though Julius Randle's been playing like a different guy, he's going to deserve a lot of that booze that he's going to get on open night when he comes out there. But like, hopefully these guys can box all that stuff out, the emotion and all this other stuff of the game. They can settle down and we can get our first win on Friday, man. That would be incredible, man. Yo, Jarrell is going to be there. I'm going to be happy to see my man. Happy to see a lot of whoever else is coming through there. I need to see if anybody, announced that they were coming to that game. But Friday is going to be incredible, man. But I don't know. I'm just looking like if those shows. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm looking to see if anybody doesn't agree with me because I mean, he just did not have a good game, man. But yeah, I'm with Geraldine. It's only one game, so we can't go off the deep end because that's what people do. Shout out to Andy. Andy was talking about Fournier. As soon as he comes on the Twitter, he's seeing people talking about Fournier. Listen, it's not about Fournier. It's not about Fournier. It's about what else is happening in the game. If you're talking about Fournier at this stage of the game, Fournier had 14 points, 4 rebounds to 3. That's what he's supposed to do. 4 for 11 from the field, 3 for 6 from the 3. That's what Fournier is supposed to do. He's not supposed to do anything more than that. That's what Fournier did his job last night. Played 32 minutes and did what he's supposed to do. RJ left. RJ left 16 points on the board, man. He could have easily had 27 points last night. And then we would have just smoked those guys, and then it would have been a problem. Through adversity. I mean, the guy had a bad start to the game. So when it came down the end, man, those chippy shots, come on, you gotta lock it in. You gotta lock it in and seal the deal, fam. All those tricky stuff that they were doing with the step back jump shots and in between the leg stuff. Listen, man, let's get some layup. Let's work some layups, man. It's one thing shooting threes, man, but these guys, I mean, RJ needs to get in that gym and just do the mic and drill over and over and over. Mic and drill until he passes out. For those that don't know, Google the mic and drill. RJ he just simply needs to do the mic and drill all day long. Mic and drill, mic and drill, mic and drill. Shout out to thing. What's this? EF was definitely not the reason we lost the game. No way. I didn't get what EF is. But shout out to Dre. Oh man, Dre's using Ruiz. It's Eru, man, on the internet. Eru. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so Evan Fournier, my bad. You said that's EF is Evan Fournier. I got you, Jarrell. I got you. So anyway, sheesh, man. What a game. Shout out to Kareem. What you saying here, Kareem? We played against a top playoff team last night, lost by 3. We have no excuses, but getting a dub tomorrow. Yeah, man. We got no excuses. I get that, man. But listen, we played a playoff team, but have you ever heard of Santi Aldama? You ever heard of that dude? You ever heard of John Concar? You ever heard of that guy? What about David Roddy? You ever heard of him? There's a bunch of nobodies. Desmond Bain is a starter. Steven Jackson is a starter for them, and John Moran. Brandon Clark has historically always came off the bench for them. Tyrese Jones is just a backup point guard. So who on their squad makes them a championship team? So I mean, we this is a game that we should have won. Dylan Brooks didn't play. Who's their guys? Dylan Brooks didn't play. They don't even have him listed here. But Jared Jackson Jr. he didn't play. Quite a few other people on the team that there's a part of their rotation didn't play. You know what I'm saying? So they're missing like 3 starters, basically. So I mean that's alarming, man. That's alarming. Mitchell Robinson laid an egg too, man. But I mean he got to bounce back. He have a bad game, and then that's also telling because I've been saying that all summer is that when he sees a real center in front of him, he always crumbles. And then look, we play against Steven Adams, the one that he gave props to in the summer, saying that Steven Adams is so strong. He's been watching tape with Steven Adams and this, that, and the other. He played Steven Adams, and look what happens. He got embarrassed last night. Very frustrating. Arguing with the refs about what's happening on the inside. That's embarrassing, man. So that's one thing too. He's gonna have to. Somebody's gonna have to make him a mixtape and show him what he did wrong. And then just really get to him that listen, man, you can't be arguing with the refs about banging on the inside. You got to just do your job, fam. There's nobody gonna help you. There's nobody gonna help you there. So Kareem Grant is gonna be there too, man. So we're gonna have a party tomorrow, man. A lot of hugs and no kisses though. A lot of hugs, no stomach. Stomach to stomach hugs are not allowed. Okay, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be happy to see all you guys, man. That'll be a lot of fun. I can't wait, man. I'm gonna try to get there as early as I can, but I got some stuff to do with my kids and stuff tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make the pregame podcast, but I'll definitely be there for the game. So we'll see. Tomorrow's another day. We'll see. So what's JG saying here? Mitch got to learn how to put his hand straight up on guys instead of moving. Yeah, that one play he went straight up. There was one play he went straight up and got hit with a foul, but he leaned forward. So he proceeded to argue with that referee for the whole entire time during the dead time. So the whole during the time when the guy's shooting free throws, he's arguing with the refs and going like this and doing his lumpy stuff that he's doing. He can't do that. He can't. He has to stay in the game. So I feel bad for him, man. I mean, the guy had 5 points. It wasn't playing particularly so bad. He just was making really bonehead mistakes defensively. Getting those fouls there. 2 blocks. He only had 2 rebounds in 12 minutes. A lot of frustration there. Like I said, it is what it is, man. But I mean, he's definitely got to bounce back. 82 games, man. We got to give these guys a shot. We're gonna need everybody to be successful. But Cam Reddish, to end the pod, I guess before I start getting into to more comments here, let me take this off here. Let's just watch some Cam Reddish highlights, man. I mean, Cam Reddish, when I tell you, man, this guy here, man, we don't have anybody on the squad as good as this guy. Here he goes here, one of his first shots. He just catches the ball and just pulls up with confidence. That's something that 3-level scorers, that Paul George, everybody that we want to compare him to, that's what they do. Here goes Cam Reddish again. Just catches the ball, fakes it like he's going to drive, and just pulls up nice and easy, like he does it all day. And he should. Here goes Cam Reddish doing some ball handling. Nice little pause and fake. See, that little move there is a very underrated move. I get on Julius Randle for making certain dribble moves, but look at this. That little pause is so underrated. He stops on a dime, nice little crossover, able to seal his man off. That's a gift. That's a gift to be able to do that type of stuff, man. Gifted score. Nice little stutter step. Nice little spin moves in there, man. Wow. I mean, who else on the Knicks can do that? There's nobody on the Knicks that can do that. He's looking like a 20-point a game scorer. Like if I'm showing this highlights to you, you would think that this was our starting small forward and the guy that we rely to get buckets for us, man. Here he goes again. Unstoppable on a break. Looking like I mean, looking like George Gervin or something like that. Looking very smooth. He's unstoppable. Look, somebody in front, look, unstoppable. You can't stop him. That's one thing that I say about basketball. If you want a fast break, if there's only one defender down there, you better make that layup. As a professional basketball player or somebody that you think that you're nice, this is the money in the bank right here. 3-point shot in the corner. Wow. I didn't even scream when I saw that. I was just in shock. Look at him. They didn't show him yapping there, but he was definitely yapping to those guys in the bottom corner there. Just there, right in the passing lanes, ready. Nice one just walks him down and just jump and dunk on him. You don't have to get cute. Shout out to RJ Barrett and Julius Randle trying to get cute all the damn time. What I'm saying? All you got to do is run over the guy, and once he gets too deep, jump over and dunk it on him. Easy. Easy. Somebody like me, I'm only like 5'11", so I'm going down the court. When I was a player, like if there's only one guy there, I'm doing something. I'm getting late. There's nothing you're gonna do to stop me unless I mess up. There's nothing that you're gonna do defensively that's gonna stop me. Shout out to my man Raf Diaz, man. Shout out to him because we were talking about playing basketball. So we actually played. He's actually a member of the gym where I tore my ACL in. So we used to have some wars in there, man. So hopefully me and Raf can get together and we can rekindle that, play some basketball, share some stories and stuff like that, man. But I used to have a lot of wars in that gym that we used to play in, and where I tore my ACL. And like I said, you was not going to stop me if I was going straight to the basket like that. No way, as a professional. Anybody else we want to talk about? Hartenstein. Let's look at some Hartenstein highlights here. I'm quite sure they're going to show, most of his baskets. 7 for 11, which is incredible. Here goes one thing here. Let me make sure I turn the sound off.
Knicks. I like Hart.
So here we goes here. Wide open underneath the basket. Quickly just launches the shot. Hartenstein timed it good. I like the way that he stayed down. He stayed down and just threw it up with the left hand. He goes Hartenstein. Hartenstein is a freaking like Herman Munster. There goes the floaters there. He was unstoppable with those floaters about the dotted line. He goes wide open 3-point shot, misses it. Still staying available. Look at him, clunky. Nice little floater. You can't stop him. Look at him. Look how he walks. He walks like Herman Munster, like he's gonna hurt somebody. You know what I'm saying? You need your big men to be clumsy like that. I'm sorry that I made this small like that. But just watching the highlights here, look at all the shots that he made on the inside. Everything is right there. All those floaters. 1, 2, 3, 4 floaters. Couple shots right at the rim. Here he goes here as a trailer. Always in the right place in the right time, able to finish on the inside. That's how you finish on the inside, RJ. Here goes Brunson again. Look at Hartenstein. He's just always in the right place at the right time. Nice little floater, beautiful, amazing. So these are the different moves and stuff like that I wish Mitchell Robinson knew how to do. Just have a bread and butter move that you can go back to, to get buckets and stuff. Hartenstein has a go-to move, that floater. That floater dotted line extended, to the basket is nice and easy. Push shots off the backboard, nice and easy right in there. RJ got to figure that out, man. It's very frustrating. I'm trying not to get in like a full like diehard Knicks rant when I'm going crazy on RJ because it's way too early for that. But my man definitely got to figure that out. He definitely has to figure that out. Hats off to him. Quickly, man. Let's look at quickly before we get up out of here. Let's see if they show his there was one play, man. He was going at the speed of light to the basket doing a freaking floater. Here we go, just kind of short arming his 3-point shots like he's a little kid. He's very frustrating, man. I will say that he did play decent defense, but outside of that, man, here goes another shot. This is it here. He just like, what the hell is that, man? He had a full layup. He had a full layup there. Look at this. He gets a full head of steam. All he had to do was lay it up. He just decided to throw it off the backboard. Like, what are you doing? That's like a little kid. That's like a little kid, man. Jesus, man. This is him playing defense. A little bit of defense. I think that might have been like a steal or something here. Yeah, he got a little steal. Here goes another play here. Give and go. Nice pass by thing. But did you see the shot choice there? Nice give and go by Hartenstein. Beautiful. But look at the layup attempt that he did. Come on, man. That is extremely frustrating. Between him and RJ last night, man, it gives me a stomach ache a little bit. Here we go. Just gonna launch it. 6 seconds left on the shot clock, and look what he did there. Thank God Hartenstein was there in the right time. What a bad shot that was for IQ. The guy is like unconscious. He doesn't know what a good shot or a bad shot is to save his life. There goes the play by one of the plays by RJ. Julius Randle there got mixed in the mix there. That was two of the few plays that Julius made mistakes last night. Anybody else? Obi. I don't know if it's worth talking about Obi, man. Obi is not. I don't want to say that. I guess this is my last thoughts, man. Obi is not a good player, guys. For all the dunks and stuff, the high energy plays, it's just like Quickly. If Quickly can get hot and get the ball in the basket, then it's good. If Obi Toppin can get loose and get some dunks and stuff like that, it's exciting. But outside of that, man, this guy is not a good basketball player. He's not. He can't score on somebody bigger than him. So he's not good enough to get past somebody who's quicker than him. He is not a good basketball player. Right now he is a weapon. He is a weapon that we can use. But against a team like this, that's just as athletic as he is, some of these guys were impressing me with their athleticism. They just nullified Obi Toppin. It's not about getting him shots and that type of thing, because that's what people are going to say. People are going to say, oh, they need to give Obi Toppin shots. They need to give him the ball. Like, man, get off of that. We got to be more mature in our basketball debates and the conversations, man. Like, Obi Toppin is not a good basketball player. Can he help us win? Yes, absolutely. Is he going to be important for us going forward for the 82 games? Yes. Will he have his games that he gets 25, 30 points certain games? Yes. But we're gonna have to deal with the stuff that he does, man. It's gonna be belly aching. But that's why we need Jalen. I mean, that's why we need Jalen Brunson. That's why we need Julius Randle. There's a reason why we have certain guys. We can't just give up on certain guys just because we want in our hearts for a certain guy to be that guy that we imagine in our minds. Sometimes it is what it is, man. So like I said, I love all these players as a whole. I think everybody that played today, how many people played? That's another story too. Tom Thibodeau played a lot of guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10-man rotation. I think Tom Thibodeau did a fantastic job rotating guys in and out. And these are all great signs for us to have a good start to the year. So I mean, I feel like we gave away this game. This was a winnable game. We play Detroit next, and then we play Orlando after that. I don't want to look no further, because those are two teams that we can easily lose those games. Also, the Detroit Pistons shoot a lot of threes, and they have two dynamic guards in the backcourt. So we got a work cut out for us, man. We're gonna have to work really hard tomorrow to play our game, and make sure those two young boys in the backcourt don't go crazy, and then we just got to make sure that that front court don't go crazy neither, man. Let's take a quick peek actually before we get up out of here. Let's take a quick peek of that game because they actually played against each other. The two teams that we're playing to on the next two games, we play Detroit at the season opener, and then we play Orlando right after that. So this are the next two games. Shout out to Detroit. Look at what they did. Like I said, they shoot a lot of threes. Look, 6 for 10 from Bogdan. Go 2 for 6, 2 for 4. So they get a lot of threes up. Some guys, Kevin Knox, 1 for 6. So we're gonna have to defend that 3-point line all night long because those guys shoot a lot of threes. But Bogdanovich, we got a guard. Isaiah Stewart is very good on the inside. Short, so Mitchell Robinson should have a better game. Cade Cunningham, look at that, 18 and 10. Wow. That's 10 assists, baby. Jaden Ivey, 19 points, against Orlando. So these are guys we're gonna have to worry about. You look at Jalen Duran, former Knick. He had a double-double, 14 and 10 with 3 blocks. And right after Mitchell Robinson had a bad game like that. So all this stuff is like, stuff that's really gonna be good in the conversation. Corey Joseph is playing good at this point of his career. So this is going to be a dangerous game, and we're going to have a lot of fun for that home opener, man. So I really can't wait, to play this team. It's not going to be an easy game for those that are saying that it's going to be an easy game. I'm quite sure a lot of you are probably saying that, man. But I think this team, this is going to be a fun game against Detroit. In New York, man, we got to win. So anyway, this is the third game. Banchero, number 1, 27 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks. Woo! I mean, that kid, Franz Wagner, another guy, 20 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Good. These are really good young players, man. 2 guys against Julius and RJ. That's going to be a battle. Wendell Carter Jr. is a very good center in this NBA. Double, 11 and 11. 1 steal, 3 assists, man. 1 block. He's a very good player, and he can shoot the 3. So you got to be careful. The Nick killer, Terrence Ross, is still there. Terrence Ross had 13 points, basically doing Fournier's impression over there for Orlando, the elder statesman over there. But I mean, he's a notorious Nick killer. So, we got to watch out for him. And then Jalen Suggs, who I thought was going to be probably out for the season with a busted leg, but apparently he's good. 21 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. That's pretty good there. I don't know what happened to Cole Anthony. He got an injury or he's sick. I think he's sick. Shout out to Bobo. We don't have nobody to really check Bobo. I guess you want to say Isaiah Hartenstein, but what about Mo Bamba? He's there too. So, they have a lot of mismatch problems for us, man. Is it an easy game? Absolutely not. So we got 2 good NBA caliber basketball games coming forward to us, man. So, man, it's got, I mean, what a day to be alive. The Yankees are in the playoffs. I mean, the Knicks are playing, for in our hearts. We think the Knicks can play well. Shout out to whoever else you want to shout out. You want to talk about the Giants. You want to talk about the Jets. There's a lot of great things on the Mets too. Even though the Mets are out the playoffs, they did have a great run this year. So I mean, there's so much great things happening in New York, man. Good New York sports talk is back, and I just hope that the Knicks can take this this wave and we can ride with it too, man. But like I said, I thought we could beat Memphis. I think we could beat Detroit and Orlando, but just like that, we can be 0-3, and all the talking heads are gonna be talking, bro. Yeah, so shout out to my boy Dan Graffery, man. What's good, man? Listen, man, keep your money in your pocket, boy. You know, keep your money in your pocket. My man likes to drop dollars on me. So anyway, shout out for coming in here. I appreciate you. Yeah, man. Man, Daytime Live. Yeah, I know. Listen, I got a broke foot, man. So don't get used to these 3 p.m. lives. I'm probably gonna be going on a lot later in the future once I get back to work and stuff, man. So right now I'm dealing with a broken foot, so you're gonna see me early. So just enjoy the beautiful face. Nice clean shaven. Like I said, I shaved the head. You know what I'm saying. Getting ready for Friday and stuff. But this is like something special for Knicks fans, man. So I appreciate everybody for popping in. What you saying here, Jarrell? Yeah, Jarrell's talking to JJ. Yeah, man. John Todd. I haven't seen John Todd before. I've been wanting to trade IQ for a year now. Hey, you might get your wish soon, man. But like I said, it's so early in the season. Shout out to Geraldine. Geraldine said it a little earlier. Just it's so early in the season is that we can't just make definitive things about the team at this point. At this point, it's still go Knicks. I believe in every single player that we have on this roster. I just love the Knicks so much. It's a nice break from reality. And I think the Knicks are gonna bounce back the next game. I think they're going to impress us. I think we're going to have a great family reunion before the game. I think we're going to march to the Garden. We're going to have a great time talking to each other. We're going to have a great time and lose all of our energy at the game. We're going to win. After the Garden, people are going to be what do you call it? All the freaking culture vultures are going to be outside taking their content and stuff like that, and doing that, and it's going to push the fan base up, and then we'll talk the night away, and with nothing but Knicks in the post game stuff, man. So I'll have my camera, my little cell phone out there taking like little footage of stuff, man. So we'll see what I come up with, man. So I'm anxious for Friday to get here, so we can have some fun. Friday's tomorrow. That's tomorrow, man. Oh, unbelievable, man. It's gonna be a party tomorrow. Shout out to Los Knicks. Tristy, what are you talking about here? Did you guys get to the part where IQ was yeah, I got to that part. Tristy, if you want to see the full pod, just catch the replay because this is a live, but the lives do come on, as a replay. So whatever you miss, you can go back and just skim through and see what I said here. Before you get out of here, I know you guys see it at the bottom of the screen. Please hit the subscribe button because I know a lot of you guys, you pop in the chat all the time and talk and don't even realize you're not even subscribed, man. So subscribe to the podcast. You're here anyway. You're here anyway, so might as well subscribe. And then on the way out, please hit the thumbs up. You ain't got to give me no super chat or nothing. That keep your money in your pocket. All you gotta do is give me a thumbs up, man. That's the least you can do. Also, for anybody that likes to comment, hit the comments after the video, and we can have some fun with that, man. Yeah, man. What else we got to talk about? So, I mean, before the next game, before the season opener, what are the thoughts in your guys' minds, right? What are you guys anticipating about tomorrow? How are you guys gonna spend the next day, guys? How are you gonna spend the next day for the home opener in the Knicks? Are you gonna watch it at a bar somewhere? Where are you gonna be? Because, like I said, we're gonna be at Legends. That's the bar that we're gonna be at. So all of us are gonna be down at the epicenter for the Knicks culture. Is going to be right there at MSG. Everybody's going to be nearby. So where are you going to be tomorrow? And let's see if we can get some flicks, man. Take some pictures and take some content out and make it a big party, man. Shout out to my this is my coworkers here. Thumbs down. Thank you, Mr. Mangu. Like and subscribe, man. Get out of here with that. Let's do it, baby. Let me see. You don't know what day it is because yeah, man, I ain't got no job. You ain't got no job, man. Yeah. It's not illegal. We don't say the word illegal. We say adjacent. Okay. I need some illegal stream. No, you need an adjacent stream. Okay, an adjacent stream. So for those that know how to contact me, if you need help with an adjacent stream, hit up one of your Knicks fans. Somebody should have something. We all are in tune with all that stuff, man. Mr. Mangu. Anyway, I see you guys soon. I see you guys Friday. Big things are going. Knicks should get a win against Detroit. It's going to be an exciting game, and I'm here for it, man. Go Knicks. 82 games. Can we get through this? Can we do this for 82 games? Yes, we can. So Joe White, I haven't seen Joe White. So let me show Joe White. So to me, Cam is a threat. Quickly, Obi and Fournier and Grimes. Every wing not named RJ Barrett needs to step up. Cam is in a contract year. Yeah, but listen, RJ Barrett needs to step up too. He laid an egg that first game. So I mean, you got to put RJ still in that same boat, until he proves otherwise. Definitely, man. What else? Trish D. When it's not your night, do other things. Rebound assists. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that pops in. And Bo Ishmael was good, my man. Yeah, every player has a bad game or two. Yes, 82 games. So RJ Barrett, this might be RJ Barrett's only bad game in 82 games. He might not have a bad game the rest of the year. Things happen. So like I said, I got so much high expectations for this team. I'll put it up here again. I'm not afraid to keep saying it. 48. I think I'm gonna be 48 and 34 this year. So right now we're 0 and 1, so we got an uphill battle here. So I'm here for these Knicks. I think they're gonna do well this year. We'll see. So I'm trying to get out of here, but I mean, as long as I see these comments, I gotta show love, man. Instead we keeps the ball glued to him. I get you. So you guys are arguing with each other here. Don't y'all pile on RJ. Ain't nobody piling on him. That's the problem. On this podcast, you're not gonna see that Homer shit, and you're not gonna see people. You're not gonna see me, capping for guys or any agendas. There's no agendas. It's only about the Knicks. If you see guys doing that, then listen. The only thing I can say is stay away from from that conversation, because it only causes arguments and only causes stress and stuff like this. It's a child's game. We're talking about a child's game here. So criticism, constructive criticism, observations of what's really happening. That's what we really need in this conversation. And we can get there. 48 and 34, I think, is attainable. We definitely can get there, man. Yep, absolutely. We definitely can get there. So I mean, you guys keep writing books, man. I see everything that you're saying here. You're talking about Hartenstein. Yeah, man. Yeah, that pass to Obi Toppin over the head, man. They didn't show that in the clips there, but that behind the head pass to Obi Toppin was incredible, and that was on Obi Toppin's only bucket, I think. So I mean, I don't know, man. Hit the like button. B from Jersey, what's good? Shout out to the Path Train. Yeah, man. Please go watch the recap. Mr. Bo saying everything. Just I'm sorry not say cap. Just say how it is, Erol. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. We'll listen. We all can have our opinions and stuff like that. But if we true to the game and stuff like that, we all gonna be coming to the same kind of conclusion. Whatever which way you enjoy the game or how you watch the game, you can go any kind of way you want. But the conversation should all still come to this. You know, at the end there. So anyway, we out of here. I gotta get the fuck out of here. On to the next game though. Smash the likes. Let's get the hell up out of here. Evru, that's me. The High Knicks podcast. I love talking about the Knicks. I need some chapstick right now. And we up out of here. Peace.